it's Kelly, and I'm back with another two-page Tuesday layout. So this is a layout about my stepkid's dog, and it's kind of a sad occasion. But he was a lot of black, brown, and white. So I'm using and these are outdoor photos, so I'm going to use the blue paper to like pull in some of the blues from the sky and water in these photos. And then I'll use the green to really pop this off the back of the that blue paper. So the blue paper is from Creative Memories. I don't know what collection. It's a couple years old. And then I'm adding in that green paper, which is from Doodlebug. It's the Petite Prince in the Grasshopper dot stripe. All right, so we've got that. There we go. And then what I'm doing here is I am going to cut down these photos. Were 4x4, but I cut them down even more just to give myself some space so that that green paper wouldn't go all the way to the edge. And then what I do when I have a two-page layout, I just, as I'm mounting photos or things that kind of need to be in a line across the page, I just put them next to each other. And then I cut them. And I'm sorry that I wish my camera had been pulled out a little bit more for you when I do two pagers. I am aware a bit of that. I need to be able for you to be able to see this, but so I'm making sure that you're seeing what I'm doing, but it might have been a little bit helpful for you to see the whole thing. So anyway, that is one disadvantage about two pagers. So one of the things is this guy is, as I said, he's brown, white, and black. And as I was doing another layout, I saw these dog stickers and die cuts in a Chamel collection. And lately I've been going through, because I'm working through Stash, I'll be working on a layout and I see something like, oh my gosh, look at this piece of paper. It would be perfect for these photos I know I need to scrap, or these, in this case, these stickers and die cuts. So what I did is I pulled these out, grabbed the photos I knew I needed to scrap, and then this was one of the next layouts I did because I knew I could use that part of my stash. So, there is definitely a story here to tell, and that's what's, inspiring the layout. But really, I was inspired to scrap the photos because of a product I found. So definitely, especially on a day where I'm scrapping multiple things, or I think this happened in the last layout I was doing in a day, and I just put it on my desk for the next day because I knew I would have time to scrap it because it was a weekend. All right, so I had two colors here, and as I was looking at it, I thought, this is kind of boring. I need something to pop the papers here. And that's when it struck me that I do know that there's brown in the stickers. I do know that he was brown, although the poor boy was so old, he was 12, that he needed a little bit of that there needed to be a little bit of pop. And since he had brown in him, I thought, it would be really cute to pop some brown paper on here. And so I grabbed this Bella Boulevard estate sale paper from the Nana's Apron collection, which is old. I got this in a warehouse box. And then I didn't like the join between the brown and the green paper. It just felt too abrupt to me. So I found this navy washi tape here from Hobby Lobby. It's their paper studio, came in a multiple collection. So I'm going to add that in as the border there. That journaling card, by the way, I didn't talk about that journaling card. It's a miscellaneous printable that, again, is years old. I don't even remember where I got it. I've had them for years, since I first figured out I could print printables many years ago. The border punch that I used is an EK Success postage edge stamp, or punch, I should say, border punch. And here again, I'm doing that thing where I'm going across the two layouts. Now, I store my layouts in ring binders, so they will never be this close in the binder. So I'm not crazy if it doesn't, if I'm a little off, it's not that big of a deal, but I do want them to be as close as I possibly can. So that's why I do this. All right, so I think we're caught up there. Now we're coming into where I'm starting to use the product that's a little cut apart there. So now I want the title, and this guy's name was Bailey, and I'm titling this Bailey's Last Run because this is the last day that Bailey spent life on Earth. And I had planned to take my grandkids for the weekend, and poor Bailey was blind and well, he was deaf first, and then he really started to go blind. And then within just a couple weeks, he bet two people, including one of my grandkids, and they said, well, it's time. Poor Bailey needs to, he was not living his best life at that point. So they made the decision to put him to sleep. And since I was taking the kids, it turned out good that they did. And really, my oldest grandson was the one who would have, he had Bailey in his life. Well, they all had him for the longest time, but he was almost 7 when this happened. So they had a long conversation with him about, having to put Bailey to sleep and how it was better for him and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what this came about. And they took pictures. My daughter-in-law had him his entire life before she even knew my stepson. So she's had him for a long time. So this was sad for all of them, but especially sad for her. And I do have a photo collage to do of all her favorite pictures of him yet that she had posted on Facebook. So I just copied them, and I will do that one at some point, but not yet because I have to still get the collage together. So back to the layout itself. The foam alpha is an American Crafts alpha that I think I bought in 2007 or 2008 before they were like on QVC, when they were still doing scrapbook days. So I don't have the name of that alpha, but it was before they even did that, guys. And then the Bailey's letters there, the sticker letters, are some sassafras letters. They are the chocolate glitter alpha. And again, those are no longer available because sassafras is long departed. These were awesome letter stickers. All right, now I'm putting the little Bailey stickers. So that was a sticker on the bottom, that stick right there. It's another sticker on the top right, and then I have a puffy sticker right at the title there. And then I'm adding in some asterisks from the foam alpha there, and I have also a big dot, like one of the periods from the alpha there right now. I'm grabbing these hexagon stickers here from the Chamel hashtag sticker book. The other stickers were from Chamel Box of Crayons. All right, so I'm just kind of positioning them. And I like that it's bringing in kind of a navy and a light blue, pulling that in. It had a very acidy green, so I just sort of hid that behind everything else. And then I'm going to add in just these shiny dots from the hashtag sticker book there. Now I'm showing you those. No dimension here, but I need to get these used up. They're an awesome product to use. So just adding them in the 2 blues there. All right. And then I did take off, I don't know if you saw that when I added that one dot, I did take off that big brown dot at the top right there. I just didn't like it. Added the navy and blue dot up even to the puffy sticker. By the way, that little note on the right there is a letter that my oldest grandson wrote to Bailey. And then so when the kids came home, they gave each of the kids, the 3 kids, not the baby because he wouldn't remember Bailey, gave them a stuffed Bailey basically. And then my oldest grandson has his dog tags on it. So I thought that was a really sweet way to kind of help remember him. I was missing something on the letter there that my grandson wrote. So what I decided to do is just write the year here so that we've got a diagonal of that alpha going to kind of draw your eye across the layout. All right, guys, there's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I will be back with another layout again soon. Bye.